Part of the engagement is to meet with the President of the National Assembly and the Vice President to understand the role of the National Assembly in championing the interests of the Nicaraguan people. This is important, of course, given the very positive change in the country of Nicaragua, in particular from 2007. So we speak about 19 years of very important revolutionary change, and that change onto the lives of the Nicaraguan people could not be affected without the importance of changing legislation into the lives of the people, made possible by the National Assembly. So you have seen, for example, that the rights of the indigenous people of African descent, what we call in Africa of the diaspora, has been entrenched, and their rights has been written into the Constitution of Nicaragua. So that is important. If you look at the role of the National Assembly of Parliament of Nicaragua in relation to the economic architecture of the country, you would recall that your GDP economic growth average around 2.7%, which is very significant. Your unemployment is less than 3%. We have a very high level of unemployment. So we draw inspiration from what you have done, and we concluded our visit to the National Assembly, of course, to meet with the representatives of your indigenous groups. Rachel, Shaira, and Johnny were the three key interlocutors in our conversation of how they feel that their rights has been embedded within the, not only in the Constitution, but in the legislative pieces that are being produced by the National Assembly in Nicaragua. So you have what is called unity in diversity, where indigenous groups in Nicaragua is seen as part of the entire collective identity of the Nicaraguan people. We met with the central bank president earlier this morning. So your inflation stands at 2.7%. So 2.7% is your inflation. And if you look at your public debt, it speaks about around 51%. So even when we speak about both fiscal and monetary policy, both the government and the Central Bank of Nicaragua are doing very good to, of course, manage the Nicaraguan economy. And we are intending to ensure that, following our visit here, that there should be the parliamentary friendship forum that should be established between the South African Parliament and the Nicaraguan Parliament, because it's a very important people-to-people mechanism.